Hi, I'm Hannah Brock. My favorite hobby is definitely cliff diving. A lot of people don't know much about it. They've either seen the giant cliffs in the movies with the waterfalls and they seem like they're a million feet tall, or they just think of it competitively. Cliff diving can be done non-competitively and it's really fun if you know what you're doing. It all started in 1770 when the king of Maui jumped off a cliff there. His people were really impressed. They had never seen anyone do that before. And eventually, soldiers would jump off the cliff to show their loyalty to the king and to the country as well. Today, it's much more widespread. You can go cliff diving almost anywhere. They have places especially for that. In middle school, my best friend, she was always telling me about how much she really enjoyed cliff diving, and I was I was strongly opposed to it. There was no way I was going to do it. I heard of all of the bad things that could happen, but she explained to me that she started off on smaller cliffs at a place especially for cliff diving, and she worked her way up. So eventually, one summer, she convinced me to go, and we went there, and there were cliffs as small as 10 feet tall, like she explained, and seeing that, I wasn't as nervous. So I went and I jumped off the cliff, and I really enjoyed it, and eventually, not all in one day, but I kept coming back and worked my courage up to cliffs that are considered to be quite large. There are some precautions that you need to take if you have never been before, or there are precautions that you need to take in general, but especially when you first go. First of all, you always want to be sober when you go. That may sound kind of odd, but you need to have your full concentration. It's kind of similar to driving. You want to have your full concentration so that nothing does go wrong. Also, you want to go in a place that is especially meant for cliff diving. They have places all over, and those places are safer than just going off any cliff that you might find because they have the rocks cleared out. So that decreases a lot of the danger. Also, this isn't necessarily required, but it's really good if you wear tennis shoes when you go for your first time because when you jump off the cliff and hit the water, it's it kind of stings and it's nothing too bad, but if you have the tennis shoes on, it really helps as far as impact goes. Also, you need to go with someone experienced because you don't want to go and not know what you're doing. And it's also important that you never go alone because if something does happen, you need someone there to help you. Cliff diving, as far as sports go, that tends to be not as popular as some other sports, and the heights are incredible. So that's I think that's what turns some people away when they see things like that. But as long as you start at the small cliffs, it's really enjoyable. It takes your summer boredom away. It's something you can go, and it doesn't last just 20 minutes. It's something that you could spend your whole day doing. So I hope you learned a little bit about cliff diving, and maybe you'll try it yourself.